I have temporarily suspended this channel's purpose in favor of a much more important issue that I believe we must all take a stand on. On March 3rd, 1991, a black man named Rodney King was severely beaten with batons by white police officers. On May 25th, 2020, a black man named George Floyd was kneeled on at his neck by white police officers for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. They ignored him when he said, "I can't breathe." He died. In damn near 30 years, how far have we come? Granted, King was breaking the law and Floyd was not, at least knowingly, if at all, but both cases illustrated the callous disregard for black life which this nation cannot seem to overcome. And that's why we protest. That's why we riot. Not that the rioting is okay, but it clearly expresses the rage we feel. After the LA riots in '91, buildings were repaired and things settled down in the streets. But black men still had to fear the cops. Black mothers still had to explain to their black sons where they can and can't go alone. They had to tell them that the cops will be called on them for no reason at all, and to be prepared. Yes, sir. No, sir. Even if the cop is being rude and disrespectful, you must kiss his ass so nobody gets the wrong impression. Because a black man standing up for himself always looks like a threat. These riots will eventually stop, too. The protesters will go home, buildings will be repaired, but what assurance does a black man have that he will be treated differently? Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. It will be said again and again and again until nobody for any reason wants to debate it. And why debate Black Lives Matter? All lives matter? Prove it and admit that Black lives matter. And then think about what you are doing every time you protest a Black Lives Matter meme on Facebook. Every time you're tempted to white-splain, shut your mouth. If you begin a sentence with, "My condolences to George Floyd, but," then you need to look inside yourself and figure out why you feel so threatened. Racism comes in different forms. Gone are the days of the out-of-the-closet racist. Yes, they still exist, but they do not make up the problem. The problem comes from the new kind of racist. The "I'm not racist, but racist." The "I can't get a job because I'm not black" racist. White frustration is a thing. You've been given everything except help because you're not a minority. But guess what? You don't need help. You have privilege. Yes, white frustration is a thing, but it cannot hold a candle to black oppression, and in its shadow it appears petty and selfish. Sorry to disappoint. No, I'm not. As long as a man's senseless death can be reduced to a political argument, there will be angry people shouting, "Black Lives Matter." As long as white privilege is denied and white frustration is validated, there will be angry people shouting, "Black Lives Matter." As long as there are negative, preconceived notions about black males in nice cars and nice neighborhoods, there will be angry people shouting, "Black Lives Matter." As an Arab American, I am disgusted by our lack of progress in the last 30 years, and you should be too. As a white American, as a Mexican American, as an Asian American, because we could all be under someone's knee one day. While racism lingers in any form, we're all screwed.